back with another speed build. Today I'm working on a tiny house, specifically a tier 2 tiny house, which is up to 64 tiles. This house was originally built in the world of Copperdale on LaSuli Point, which is a 20 by 15 lot, has 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and the price tag is 37,333 simoleons. This is the first tiny house I've ever built, not only for the channel, but just for personal use in general. I've never built a tiny house, and I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. So with a tier 2 tiny house, it comes with some benefits. You get 2 times comfort. It's a lower footprint, so it's lower bills. Your happy, inspired, and focus buffs last twice as long. And your skills increase at 2 times the standard rate. So there are benefits to playing in a tiny house other than just it's cute. This house is going to be, by the time this video is posted, it will be up on the gallery. My EA ID is PyxieDusted, just like the channel. So if you'd like to download this, it's there. It has been play tested. And since I play on console, of course, there's no custom content. Also, there is a bonus build up on the gallery that was uploaded. It is a 1990s themed holiday house. So it's a house decorated as if it were the 1990s, and it has been decorated for Christmas. And I didn't record that build, but I wanted to go ahead and get it up on the gallery, even though it is a little late for a Christmas build. And who knows, maybe I'll eventually do like a virtual tour of it. Maybe later this year when we hit holiday time again. I don't know. It was one of my first builds after I hadn't built anything in The Sims in a couple years, and I just wanted to get back into it. Also, I apologize if my voice is a little scratchy today. Having sinus issues. I'm assuming that's what it is. Around about Thanksgiving, I got sick with some type of upper respiratory thing, not sure what it was, and it lasted until almost New Year's Eve. And since then, I've noticed that every now and then I'll have the cough again. Every now and then my voice will just get a little raspy, and I'll have some sinus issues. So I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but that was another reason why I didn't record building the 1990s Christmas themed house, was because I was in the moment, I was sick, and it took me weeks to build that house. And I was just kind of, getting back into Sims and not feeling good anyway, and I was just doing my thing. But it turned out decent, so I figured I'd at least go ahead and upload it to the gallery. So it's there, along with this one, ready for you to download and use in your game if you'd like to. Now, typically when I do a build, before I even start building, I have in mind what kind of sim lives there, what kind of things they like, what kind of skills they're going to be working on, what kind of job they have, if they have a job, because I tend to, when I play the game, I tend to just cheat money, and I don't like my sim having a job. I like to be able to have the freedom to do other things with them without having that schedule, but I know I'm probably the exception as far as playing with a sim with a job, not having a job. So for this one, before I started building it, I didn't really have anything in mind other than I really wanted to build a tiny house because I've never built one before, and it seemed like it would be fun. But as I went through and started decorating the interior of the tiny house, it, to me, kind of felt like it would be an elder sim, maybe somebody who's really in love with reading and plants. So I made sure that I've got the bookshelves going on in here. I'm getting ready to add a desk with a computer that looks like a typewriter, because it just felt like that fit the aesthetic a little bit more. Because I wanted some skill building activities in here on this property, simply because, you get all the perks from having a tiny house. It would be a good idea to include some of those in the build. So there's that. I don't know how it kind of morphed into, well, I do know it's that chair. I really wanted to use that chair, and that chair inspired it to be an Elder Sims build. I don't know. I've got it named, I think, Granny's Garden on the gallery, because it gave me a very grandma vibe. And then, as you'll see when we go along and I get to landscaping and decorating the outside, it's got a whole lot of garden stuff going on out there. So I focused on those skills, maybe writing and gardening. But of course, you can always read about other skills using the books, and that builds your skill as well. So like, let's say, I don't know, Granny's really into fishing, and she wants to become really efficient in her fishing skill. So she's going to read all the books about fishing and build her skills at 2 times speed in this tiny house. I'm assuming that works. Skill building by reading in a tiny house. I'm assuming it works the same way it works in a normal house, and you'd still get the perk of being in a tiny house, so it'd be 2 times faster. I'm not sure. Also, on the lot traits, I think I put homey and good soil and peace and quiet. So the peace and quiet one is going to give you increased skill building from reading books anyway. So I don't know. Does that work? Does the skill building increases stack? Like, is it like 4 times skill building speed now because it's got that lot trait and it's a tiny house? I don't know. I've never. People who play in tiny houses tell me, is that how that works? Because that would be pretty awesome. I don't know. I'm a cheater. I like to just go in and set my skill level when I play. I very much play with all the cheats I can use. I don't know. Maybe it's to make up for the fact that I feel just a little shafted that I play on console instead of PC. So we don't get the cool stuff like the tool mod and things like that. I have to just kind of struggle along with building on console, which, I mean, I've gotten better at it, but it would be nice to be able to have the tool mod. I don't know. At one point, I after the base game for Sims 4 became free to download, I downloaded it on my computer, and actually the base game only starter house that's on my gallery, I built that on PC. But I didn't download the tool mod or anything, or any of that other stuff. And I don't know, now that I'm used to playing Sims 4 on console, it seemed very awkward for me to play it on computer. So I don't know that I'll ever go back to Sims on PC. I don't know. But, they're re-releasing Sims 1 and Sims 2, and I very much am thinking about buying at least Sims 1 for PC, because I'm not gonna lie, I miss Sims 1. I really do. As cheesy and pixelated and horrible as it was graphically by today's standards, I really mix it. But like, it's remastered, so is it gonna look a lot better? I'm curious. I don't know. I'm contemplating when it drops later this week. I'm really thinking about buying it. I don't know. What do you think? But as far as builds go, oh, I did leave a whole lot of the landscaping in this one, because I had said in a previous video 2 years ago that I was going to start including more landscaping because people had asked for that. And so, like in this one, what I like to start off with when I start doing the landscaping is I'll go to the debug menu and pull out things that match the world that my build is in and kind of trail them off of the lot to blend it in to the rest of the world, so it doesn't look like it's just a lot plopped there, you know, out of place. It really does kind of blend it in. And I'll start with that first before I go around and do any other type of landscaping. And I've gotten the habit of waiting and doing all of the terrain paint at the very, very last minute, because for some reason, I guess it's a bug, terrain paint has been disappearing off of builds. After you save it, you come back in and all of your terrain paint is gone. I don't have to redo it, so I don't know. But gosh, I got distracted. What was I going to say? Oh, I've run into like kind of a mental block on building. I'm not sure what I want to build next, and I'm not sure where I want to build it. And for me, the world that I build it in very much influences what I build and what the story is that I create in my head for the sim or sims that are going to live there. So I don't know. I've got, as of right now, I have everything but Lovestruck. So that's the only world that I don't have. So drop me a comment. What world would you like to see me do a build in next? And it probably won't be the next video, but the next one after that, because I'm thinking for the next one I'm going to build something in Sulani, because I've never built in Sulani. For some reason it's a little intimidating to me. I don't know why. I guess because of the water or the building style there, because like I wanted to kind of match the rest of the building style of that world, you know. I don't want to just like plop a tiny house that looks like this in Sulani. Yeah, it would just look out of place. It'd be weird. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards maybe an off-the-grid something in Sulani, because I don't think I've done an off-the-grid build yet either. So perhaps that. But as you can see with the landscaping here now, I've got a lot of gardening stuff going on, and I really feel like those are probably going to be the main skill focuses for this tiny house, gardening. I also added a flower arranging stand back there in the back, because I thought maybe, okay, she's growing flowers and she can arrange those flowers. I don't know, whatever. I don't have any screenshots for this build. I tried my best. I couldn't get the headline effects to turn off, which, you know, is all the stuff all around the edges of the screen. I couldn't get good angles on console. I don't know if anyone who watches these is a console player, but my goodness, it is a difficult thing to get screenshots on console. So, guess I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And until I see you in the next video, bye now.